Thank you so much. My name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'm a psychic medium. I have lots of tools in my bag. I do hypnosis and uh, energy healing. Um, you name it, I do it. I have. I'm certified in it. I've gone to school for it. Whatever. So, thank you for coming. We're going to be doing some energy readings this evening. And just kind of hang out. It's going to be a nice, relaxing evening. Does that make sense? Uh, have been almost injured or killed. Was it a guide or hmm? So who's been? You have been almost injured or killed. You have to look at it. If you're saying was it the guy that allowed it to happen? Can you explain that, Mom Otto? Cool. I asked because I'm also a medium, still accepting it though. I've been. Oh, you were. I just told you guys. Is somebody a medium? Ding, ding, ding. So is it Shaylee? Okay. I have been saying, I'd said earlier, is somebody like developing their mediumship or is somebody, I think it was right before you came in, Shaylee, that I was like, is somebody developing their mediumship or is somebody, because why am I talking about the mechanics of mediumship? Why am I talking about the mechanics? I haven't done this in a long time. But I'm like, is somebody developing it? Is somebody a medium? Um, that's interesting. So see you guys, there's once again proof. I am what I say I am. uh, okay, yes. And so Mom Otto, which is one of the six Kathys, says yes, involving cars. So here's the thing, Kathy. Um, I'm feeling like they helped. They helped intercede. Yeah. Like it would have been worse had they not. I'm not feeling like they didn't do anything. I'm feeling like they helped. Does that make sense, Kathy? And yeah. No, it's more than one. I have been, so Shaylee says, I have been dead twice during this incarnation. First time I was in a coma and fully crossed over. I remember every second of it. That is so awesome. Um, I would love at some point maybe to even have you on so you can tell your story. Love that. Shaylee says, yes, Shaylee, thank you. You called me here. I answered. It is a pleasure to meet you. You have an absolutely gorgeous soul and heart, and thank you for that. Aw, you guys are so sweet. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Um, I was in my coma on a ventilator for 3 days, and it is so true about not having time. Yeah, no, there's no time. There's no time. And some places there's no space, right? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm like thinking because that is one thing I want to start doing is interviewing people, you guys, that are willing to tell your stories, and um, that's somewhere I'd like for my channel to go to. So, for those of you that have just joined and have never seen me, I've been on YouTube a long time, on and off. I shut down my channel during the pandemic, and I have tried to come back like 6 months ago. No, I'm sorry, almost a year ago. Almost a year ago now, 9, 10 months ago, somewhere. They're there. Then, like everybody else, I had one more move to do. Now I'm in the right place. Still not in the right house yet. I'm in a good house. We just finally found housing, but I'm in a good space. But anyway, I'm able to like start my channel again. Put energy into my channel again, right? And so that is someplace I want to take it. But like Shaylee, you and there are so many others of you guys that have stories that I mean, I've been thinking of you guys like I'm like I'd really love to have them come on and tell some of their stories. It's beyond description, beautiful place. I didn't want to come back. I was given a choice and said no at first. I watch YouTube NDE videos to lift my spirit. Some excellent stories. Yeah. Yeah, Shaylee, if you would consider that, yeah, because that's for sure something I want to do. Um, yeah, honestly, to lift people's spirits, like you're saying. Plus, again, this stuff, and as we move more into the burst energy, you guys, not you guys, but people that don't know us, people that aren't in these communities, people that have been around me most of my life that are like, I don't believe in that, but could you tell me blah blah blah? Like, I had so many friends that are like, I don't believe in that, right? Because I'm in the medical field, right? Um, and in research at that, and dealing with physicians that don't believe, right? So anyway, that was all around me, where they were like, I don't believe in that, but then they'd come to me and be like, well, but could you? I have a question, and I'm like, yeah, of course. So anyway, for those people, which is kind of why I do the work that I do. Not the only reason, but part of why I do the work that I do as an evidential medium, as a hypnotherapist that does past life, present life, future lives, right? Or you can call it quantum. Quantum, that's the word now. Whatever. And a lot of these things, these tools and these modalities I learned, and some of them have changed names. So I've been doing this for so long, like I have to remember, oh, it's now this name. It's now that name. Anyway, um, part of my work is to show those people, I'm not here to prove or disprove anything. I just want to give you the information and then you choose for yourself, right? But I think that's another aspect as the NDEs, um, because so my curious research scientific mind is like, the more we know, the more we're gonna know, right? And so I would love to have your stories. The other reason is because you may help heal somebody. No, not may. You will. Just telling your story could help heal somebody, realign somebody, right? Does that make sense? This may be off topic, but it seems so unnatural that no one ever speaks of animals on the other side. I have always surrounded myself with them. Can't imagine entities without them. Thoughts. So here's the thing. As a medium, I call myself a translator, right? So I translate in languages, energies, right? That's what I do. So to me, yeah, in fact, my daughter's bird just crossed over, right? Um, to me, I can speak to all energies. I can speak to different frequencies. But I'm like, I've trained myself to like go into those upper realms. I've got guides and my higher self to help me go into those. Y'all call them higher realms, but there's no hierarchy, right? So it's finer. The way that I can describe it is that it's finer realms, it's finer frequencies, finer energy, right? And so, um, I can talk to um, animals. I mean, I'm not sure why people don't talk more about it. But in my readings, when I'm sitting in front of somebody, if an animal comes through, I usually let them know that, that particular animal, they'll give me the evidence. They'll give me what they look like. They'll give me where they're at. They'll give me how they get in front of their parent on the other side and the parent can see the light turning on, turn off. Like they give me evidence. Does that make sense? To me, it doesn't matter. It's just part of what I do. So it doesn't matter if you're, I don't know, an alien, ascended master, an angel, a loved one, an animal. It's just a frequency. Does that make sense to you guys? So, yes, your animals are absolutely on the other side, and a lot of times your animals will graduate. So I've noticed that the people that I've worked with, their animals, this was like their last life as an animal, and they are like moving into a soul and becoming, when the time comes for them, and there's no time, so, but it's the only way I can describe it. Their next will be an incarnation. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be in our body as human, but they will be a conscious, more evolved with a soul incarnation. Does that make sense? Yes, I need to start sharing everything that I have been given to help others. Spirit loses patience with me, with my stubbornness. I am a healer. It is my life purpose. I've always known this. God looked at me and said, Shaylee, you make your own choices. Absolutely. I cannot make your choices for you, but please reconsider. You have people that love you, you have people that need you, and you have a purpose. So I thought for a moment and I looked up and said, okay, I was tapped on my shoulder and woke up from the coma. I saw dinosaurs while I was there. That's awesome. Wow, that gave me chills. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Shaylee, thank you for sharing. I also talked to animals here. I haven't had one come through in spirit yet. You are welcome. Yes, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah. Again, this is the way that I understand it. This is from what I see, what I've worked with, and um, what I've understood, right? And the thing is that uh, you can ask your guides and stuff those types of questions, and they'll help you answer them, right? Even if it's to like come to me or come to someone like me and they give you an answer, right? But you'll know it's the truth because it resonates with you, right? That's what I've always said for all of you. You know it's the truth. Doesn't matter what anybody says. It's what your belief system is, what your truth is, right? And you'll know if somebody's telling the truth or if they're not, right? So I hope that helps. Yeah, so if anybody else watches this later and you do have a you've had an NDE or you've had where you've crossed over or you have an interesting story using these abilities, let me know. Yeah, again, you can email me at yourpath39 at gmail because eventually I do want to start, um, you know, having people on doing interviews. I just got to like get to that space. It probably won't be till after the holidays because I'm starting to get busy and we haven't even hit the holidays yet. And it's going to get really busy. So we have time to like for you to think about it, see if you want to say it, see if you want to participate. And please, I'm just giving you the option. Any of you that sees this later to email me, it's just an option. You don't have to. So I wish I was busy. I wasn't busy for a long time. Trust me. I was like, I'm only seeing the people that I've seen forever. Uh, it's after 1. Don't want to leave, but I had better get to bed. Thank you. So interesting. Brenda, thank you so much for joining this group. Hopefully you found your group. We are growing this group again. And I'll explain that later at another time, how Pluto went through my 11th house. So you're welcome to come in anytime. I am on Tuesdays for mediumship and energy readings. Let's see, Mercury retrograde. And Thursday for astrology, and then Saturday for tarot. So please join us. I come at different times because I have clients all over the world. So I give them the option to be able to see me live. So sometimes I go on at 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes at midnight, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes in the morning. So, so good night, Brenda. Thank you. Shelly says, I wish I was busy. Good night, Brenda. Spirit has had me in time out for a minute because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do work wise. Well, see, you already know why then. That's Shelly. I feel like we're all on pause for a few months. Yeah, I think we need to absorb some of the absurdity of the world before it changes again. Yes. So you guys know we're still in retrograde season, right? And if you go look at my September astrology for the month, it already starts loosening up. So things are going to start coming through. And as each month progresses all the way into February, like I know the other astrologers are talking about what's going to happen and how things can't go, but I see it very differently. I'm seeing us because we've done the work, because you've been listening to me, because we looked at each retrograde and dealt with what we needed to deal with because we've been working so hard. Now is the time from September 1st, actually, sorry, August 28th, tomorrow when Mercury turns direct, it's just loosening up. And you guys have already been feeling it, and it just begins to loosen up. Because remember in March and April when I was telling everybody, let's get ready, we got these things happening, and I explained the whole retrograde thing, right? And now that everything's been retrograde, we've been through our stuff. Now it's going to start going to each planet that has been retrograde is going to start going direct month by month by month. And it's just going to get better for us. I'm not saying it can't get better for others and other groups. I'm just saying I can only speak for our group, right? And it just gets better. And it just gets more things come through. And I'm already seeing the evidence. I'm hearing the evidence. I'm seeing the evidence. And I can show you in astrology the evidence, right? So, retro wasn't bad for you. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, a lot of us have been born, especially my age. No, it's not even my age. It's just a lot of us in our group that have a lot of retrogrades that we're born with. So we're used to retrograde. I don't like it, but I'm used to it. So it doesn't have to be so bad. And then if the retrograde is the outer planet, it's more of an underlying. This goes back, it could go back generations, it could go back other lifetimes. Like it doesn't just go in your everyday life, right? Although it's part of your everyday life, but it's not like something that's focused on all the time. But I can tell you, I can see it where it's already loosening up. So it's Virgo season. Time to get your home and health in order, right? See, and it's Virgo season. That's the other reason why because I'm a South Node Virgo. So Virgo is a very comfortable energy for me. It's just what I've mastered in lifetimes. So I have to really watch myself to be able to balance that North Node, South Node. Despise Saturn. Saturn is just asking us to in Pisces. Now it's talking to the other planets, right? You have to watch my videos, Shaylee, to understand how you have to watch my astrology videos. I see these planets as characters and they have personalities, right? So Saturn in Pisces is just asking us, what do you believe in? And what are you being responsible for? And what have you learned? And how are you going to do this, right? And are you seeing the truth of things or are you ignoring the truth of things? But in the big thing that Saturn is coming to help teach you in Pisces is what is your belief, not what is your family's belief or what's in your DNA that from your family line, or not what society told you to believe, or not what your parents told you to believe, or not what your friend told you to believe, or not what your work told you to believe, but what do you believe? And you got to get to the core of that. And that's why Saturn is in for another probably about maybe 14 months he's got left in Pisces. That's what he's teaching us. We have to unmask all that stuff, get to the core of what we want to identify as in this incarnation, right? And then what do we believe? Not what we were taught to believe, not what we were told to believe, but what do we actually believe? From our other identities, what have we come to believe in this incarnation? Does that make sense? Yeah, you may want to see she said, I'm also dealing with Pluto square Pluto. Yeah, you may want to see my Pluto series where I delve deep into Pluto. Like what he's done in Capricorn, the history, and then before even Capricorn, and then what he's looking like in Aquarius, and then each house. I go by each house in your natal sign. So, I mean, wherever Pluto is in your natal chart, wherever Pluto you were born with in your natal chart, that's the house you want to look at. And then I go through the transits too. So I put both the natal and the transits in there. So Let's see. I have Pisces, Sun, Venus, Lilith, Virgo, Moon, and rising in Sagittarius. Oh, wait. And Sagittarius South Node, and Uranus and Gemini in the North Node. So Pisces Sun, Venus, Lilith, Virgo. So you got your Sun and your rising the same, and your Moon. So you got a stellium in Sagittarius and the South Node. That looks like my seventh house. And Uranus and Gemini North Node. Okay. Interesting. I love astrology more than so do I, Shaylee. That's why I do astrology because I love it. I love astrology. So you got a stellium in your first house, and you are all over the place. So do you have an issue with finishing things? Because I don't know how old you are. I mean, you could be past some of the stages. My moon and rising are in Virgo, and I had Pisces in my seventh. Okay. So you have a Pisces sun. Sometimes, other times, I'm Virgo kid. Well, here's the thing about Virgos. Okay, you're 40. So you've learned how to deal with it, a lot of it, or you're actually learning now. Well, you've learned, but I mean, you're getting. We'll just say you're getting better at it now. Um, Pisces, Sun, Venus, and Lilith. Okay. Oh yeah, you are all over the place sometimes. Okay. Uh, so here's the thing about Virgos that a lot of people don't understand. Virgos can be so analytical or want to organize or like because that's in their nature, right? And want to organize and want to be critical and want to do all of that, right? And when it gets too much, so they will either do it at 1,000% or they will ignore it completely. And so you've probably done that. Yeah. Then we're hermits. Yeah. Like yeah. Oh, definitely hermits. Yeah. Actually, you guys know how to do hermits really well. In my seventh, yeah, ADHD galore. Yeah. I can see you're all over the place, but you're probably getting better at it. So, let's see. Um, so I know we were going to do energy readings, but Spirit kind of took this. We kind of needed this. And so, does anybody have any questions? I'm going to be going in about another 5 minutes. I'm just coming out of a 3-year hermit mode. Yeah, me too. I think a lot of us are, Ellen. I think a lot of us are. I made myself go into hermit mode because I was just so mad. I was so mad at this world. When the pandemic hit, I got really mad. Um, yes, it is just as you said. It's a matter of want or not. LOL, lifelong. Oh, I love Kathy. I love all the Kathys. Y'all are funny. Uh, yeah. May I please ask for any guidance on selling the house? That is so funny because that was Ellen's question last time about selling property or house. How's that going, Ellen? Um, any guidance on selling the house? I never leave my house anymore. My walls keep me company. But you're wanting to sell it? Are you wanting to move it to a different area? So here's the thing. You haven't seen me before. Um, the other thing about Saturn in Pisces that I didn't mention, that I've been talking a lot about this last what week, 2 weeks, is that Saturn is asking you to have faith in yourself, not in everybody else. I'm not saying that you can't have faith in everybody else, but he's asking you, this is where he's asking you to develop. This is where he's asking you to unmask and understand is that he needs you to have faith. This is a part of your soul that you wanted to develop. And if you're in this group, this is the part of the soul that you wanted to develop, right? Because I just said this on my other live. We have so many we have abilities. I just said that whoever is seeing me, you have abilities. There's something that's developed in you, whether that's claircognizant, clairsentient, you're a medium, you're a healer, whatever. You have a developed ability, right? You have used that developed ability, whether you want to call it that, or whether you want to call it your gut feeling, or whether you want to call it that I dream, or whether you want to call it that I just kind of know, whatever you want to call it, right? You have it developed, so you have used it as your guide in life, right? You may not know that because it's so close to you, but you have used it as I can make a choice because it's this way or this way because I can see it or I can feel it or I can sense it or I know or I had a dream about it or whatever, right? Right now, your soul, the part of having faith in yourself is what's lacking. And I wouldn't even say lacking, it's just what you wanted to develop here on earth as a human in this lifetime. Okay, because we're never lacking from our whole selves, right? So it's very easy when you know I can make this choice or I can make this choice because I sense it. And a lot of us, probably because we've done it all our lives, didn't realize that we were doing that. And we have always had faith in others. We believe in others. We have faith in others. We have faith in religion. We have faith in blah, blah, blah. We have faith. What we don't have, because we hadn't had to use it, is to have faith in ourselves. And that is what Saturn is asking in Pisces as well, as he talks to the other planets with Pluto as well. You're trying to develop. This is why you can't see the answer. This is why you can't sense the answer right now. This is why the answer isn't coming in your dreams. This is why you can't, somebody hasn't mirrored it for you, because usually you can tell, oh, well, that kind of gives me a clue. I can go this way, right? You're not getting any of that right now because your soul wants you to have faith in yourself. And to do that, you're not going to be able to sense this ability in that way. I'm not saying you won't have the ability because you'll have it in everything else. But when it comes to your soul and needing to make a choice about something, or where you're like, this is where you have to have faith in yourself. You, you've had faith in everything else and everyone else and systems and schools and blah, blah, blah. You can't, and you have to have faith in yourself. It's time for you to have faith in yourself. And if you look back, you can see if I really wanted something, I never failed at it. I got through it. Did I almost break me? Sure. But did it break me? No, because I'm here today. And that's what we're understanding and growing in and being responsible for, and being responsible about Saturn, and taking the authority on Saturn. That's what he's asking us, and that's what he's helping us grow in Pisces. That makes sense? Okay, so let me read what just. Let's see. I never leave my house anymore. My walls keep my company. The man in love with is in jail. The man I'm in love with is in jail. We're going to Colorado this coming weekend to look. So this is what Ellen says. We're going to Colorado this coming weekend. I'll answer your question in just a minute, Shaylee. To look at a 38 acre property. Ooh. I'm getting a big, you're gonna love it. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I think you're gonna love it. I'm not gonna say this is it, but I'm gonna say you're really close. I'm seeing a yes, 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 yes. Let's see, Shelly. And I am selling his house to get him an attorney. Oh, gotcha. So you're selling his house, not yours. Okay. Abdullah Blackthorn says something of sorts. I don't know what that means. Yes, very true in my case. Hi, Denise. How are you? She said, hi, Cindy. Uh, good. So Shaylee said, good Lord, that hits it. That hits for me. I feel like I have, and I'm always alone for the most part. I have always been very independent because of it. Okay, yeah, I need to sell it very quickly. It's my person house and he needs a lawyer. Gotcha. Thank you. Trying. Makes some sense. Makes some sense. What I just said, it makes some sense. Okay. Shaylee, never I am amazing. AF, and I am becoming more and more aware of what a strong manifester that I am. And Ellen says, I feel like most of us that are seeking answers are here to take the path less traveled to make new roads for us. Oh, yeah. I think I said that a couple lives ago. We are pioneers. I've always been a pioneer. I just explained that a couple of lives ago where I'm like, YouTube doesn't know what to do with me because that's another reason why I'd left when I left because they were trying to put me in a box. Like I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm not just a medium. They don't know where to put me because I'm all of it. Right. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else for being all of it. I'm just saying that's my path. I just happen to have those things developed. And then I studied for decades for those things. Right. And so you managers, all that kind of stuff back in the day were trying to put me in a box, right? And so that's why I left because I'm like, no, I got to do it on my own. I'll explain the 11th house Pluto that just went through my 11th house and another one again. Way less traveled. Yeah. Yeah. If you're unique and you're a pioneer, you're in the right group, right? I think so too. I tell myself I experience things in order to help me help others. Yeah, but you should be thinking about you helping you. Like, you didn't just come here to experience you helping. What house is your Pluto in, Shaylee? That sounds like a sixth house Pluto thing. Colorado is so pretty. That is exciting. Oh, yeah. Oh, Utah's beautiful too. I already do and have been decorating in my head. We need to sell our rental. Yeah. That's why I was asking it because they're going to sell their rental. But I know this will work out. Oh, yeah. It's going to work out. I don't see that it's not. Denise, I'm well. Thank you. Excited to be here. Yes. Thanks for joining, Denise. Abdullah says, I've experienced some crazy things that few understand, so I can relate. Absolutely. Probably everyone in here has. This is why my journey was the way it was. I like to put evidence behind it. I want the science behind it. Like, if there's science, then I'll know it and I'll tell you guys, right? Or you guys will know it and tell me, and then we'll all look it up together and research. That's what I did for a living, research, right? So, even if there's not evidence, like 10 years ago talking to you guys, some of this stuff, there wasn't evidence for it. Now there is. And I told you guys, as the years go by, there's going to be evidence. Science is always behind what we do, right? And so just because there isn't evidence doesn't mean it's not true for you. To me, it just means the science hasn't caught up to it yet, right? That's all that means. Yes, I am a warrior and a protector. Oh, definitely in the right group. uh, let's see. Trying to develop my gifts as well. That's why I'm here. That is so interesting. I knew I was talking about this for a reason. I'm like, who is trying to develop their stuff? And it's two of you now. Uh, I'm the tie-dye sheep of the family. Yeah, definitely. Yes, it will work out. I have Pluto, Mars, and Saturn in Scorpio in my third house. Okay. Mm, I don't know. Did I do third house? I think I did third house. I love that tie-dye sheep. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And I promise you will get it. You absolutely have done the necessary work for it. I love that so much for you. Thank you. Thank you. So guys, let's see. Shaylee had the question. I feel like, first of all, I can't get over what they're about to go look at, Ellen and Doug. It's gonna be gorgeous if I'm seeing what I'm seeing. And I just I feel I feel at home, Ellen, and I feel at peace. And I'm looking at sunsets. Yeah, I'm looking at sunset. It's got to be sunset. It's Colorado, right? Um, and like some mountains in the back. Maybe almost hills too. It's gorgeous. I don't know where this is, but it's you're gonna love it. And Shaylee, have you put the house up for sale? Because what I heard first, Shaylee, even before I'm talking about this now, was like you have to follow through with that stuff. Like you got to get on it. So have you started it? Not yet. He is just now signing. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got to get started. It has potential. It has real dirt to grow things, trees, and even a little pond. It's actually on the border of Utah near the Four Corners, so not so much snow. Yeah, I'm not seeing snow. And that's why I'm seeing like hill, maybe a mountain, like a mountain, but like I'm seeing hill, a big one, but hill. Eagle. Everyone, this is Eagle. Oh well, I mean that's not how you say her name, but that's how I've always said her name. She's been with us for a long time. It's Eggle, I think. Um, so we have some new people. Eggle, she is one to go to if you have any questions. If I'm ever reading people and you're trying to figure out where everything's at, what's going on, have any question, and she's here, she'll help answer that. So will Lorna. Lorna's just been really quiet because she said she's not feeling well. Lorna's like, y'all are all my sisters, but Lorna, like, I'll have to tell you guys again what Lorna and I did. We have been through some stuff. And then for those of you that are new, David may come around. David used to be my assistant back in the older YouTube days. Anyway, he is like more than a best friend, not romantic in any way. It's like brother sister, but like more than that. I don't even know how to describe it. But anyway, he's been with me. It's like I met David and he never would leave. That's what I'd say to him all the time. He's like, get out of here. Uh, why are you selling the rental if you don't mind my asking? Um, oh, she said Guten Abend. Nice. Very nice, Ellen. To pay for the place in Colorado. Yeah, it's gonna work out. I know it's gonna work out. But Shaylee, I'm feeling like you got to get started on it, and I'm feeling like once you get everything, like you get the paperwork and whatever, you need to get on it. Shaylee, you need to get on it. You know why? Because that market's gonna start not doing well. I just saw that. Like I don't ever ask about the markets and stuff. I just kind of know, but I just heard those markets aren't gonna go well pretty soon. Gotcha, makes sense. I don't know. I keep hearing something about you not needing to sell it and keep it as an investment. It will work on. Just get on it. Yep, absolutely, Abdul. Absolutely. Sorry, Abdullah. Pardon me. I am so sorry. I did not mean to mispronounce your name. Okay, thank you. I'm hopefully going to be have it sold by the end of next week. Yeah, you need to get on it. That's all I keep hearing is that you need to get on it. Yeah. Okay, beautiful ones. I have had a long, probably 16-hour day, but it doesn't seem like work when you're doing what you love and what comes natural to you, right? So, but my eyes, I'm a little older now and they're getting tired. I have already got a few people interested. Good. That would be great. We bought it as an investment. It's done well for us. We would still have this home in Arizona. We can rent. There's that. Yeah. Best of luck at Shaylee. Yes. Best of luck, Shaylee. So, Eagle, I know you just got here, but I've had a really long day. I'm going to get going. I've been on here almost 2 hours. Yes. Just much love back. Best of luck. Yeah. Yes. Just something to consider if possible. Definitely. All right, guys. I love you, love you, love you. Be sure. And if you guys come back, I'm on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If you come back, be sure to say hi to Eagle. Rebecca's here. Mom, like everyone. You can just. I've known all these people for a while, right? I think Rebecca. When did you meet me, or when did you start watching me? Like you were young. You were really young, right? Mom Otto, thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night, Kathy. I'm gonna talk to you soon. But I'm just curious. I can't remember, Rebecca. When did so I was six. So Rebecca says I was 16. I'm 25 now. So near 10 years. See, yeah, that's how long I've been doing. I've been on here. Um, yeah, you. I remember you were young. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I do enjoy the chats. Sending much peace, love, and harmony from. Is it the Pritchard Ranch or is it the? I don't know how to say that name. I don't know why that name is stumping me. Right. Sleep well and sweet dreams all. You said your north node is in Virgo. No. Me, Shaylee? No. My south node is Virgo, seventh house. My north node is Pisces for it's interjected in my first house because my first house is Aquarius, but it's got Pisces in there. Yes, me too, nearly 10. That's right, Eagle, you were young too. That's right. Yes, me too, nearly 10 years. It's petrichor. Thank you. Petrichor. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, I will try to remember that. But like Eagle, I had to just call her Eagle because I couldn't pronounce her name. And then I just started singing Eagle, I think, at one time or something. And I was like, no, we're calling you Eagle. And she's so sweet. She let me call her that. Oh, but I love her to death. She's been with me for a long time. So is Rebecca. There's a lot of people. Um, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Okay, I will try my best to remember. I'm better. I've grown, Eagle. I've grown. I can actually try it more than once. Anyway, I love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for giving me energy. Thank you for, like, I just love the space that we're in. I hope that you guys can sense it too. I hope it gives you guys some love and some alignment. And we will see you on the next one. Bye.